Good day and welcome to Outsider Genie, where we will be looking at the race meeting today, the 20th of June from Turffontein. What Outsider Genie do is we are form and analyzers. I analyze the form and I then give you outsiders that you can add to your play in order for you to get the bigger dividend. I'm not a tipster. I don't tip you 1, 2, 3. I give you my first selection is normally the horse that I think that will win the race, and then the other two selections is my outsider selections. If you want to receive this free video every day, a notification that a video has been posted, just click the subscribe button and then ring the bell. And then we can also find this video every day on Outsider Genie, my Twitter account. Now, guys, today I'm gonna do something different, and because something happened last night, and I'll tell you now more about that. And this message really comes from our heart. And maybe this is not the appropriate place we do it, or maybe it is the appropriate place that we do it. You know, guys, I think sometimes we, as racing people, we live in our own world. We only live for the next race meeting and for the next race. And then we forget that there's a world outside racing. Where currently people, because of the COVID, and even before COVID, there was already a situation, people are suffering. They don't have food. They don't have a place to stay. I've heard so many stories of over the last month or three about people who had to move in with their relatives back to their parents because they lost their houses. They got no food. They were retrenched. Their businesses was closed down. And, you know, we got so used to it that it is not a, you know, you're not thinking of it. And I know how it feels to sit without money, and, you know, it's horrible. And if you've got a family to feed, and especially if you're a father, and which is today is Father's Day, and happy Father's Day to all of you. As a father, your wife and children look at you to provide for them, and you cannot do that. I really think that's heartbroken. So today I want to share something with you, and if you want to crucify me about that, that's fine. And this is my video. I can say what I like, but this is not the spirit I want to do. I want to do this in the spirit where I want to touch your hearts as well today, especially on Father's Day. And as I said, where you as a father has got the responsibility to look after you and your family. Because if you don't look after yourself, you can't look after your family. So let me tell the story. And what I'll do is I'll post this story on the groups as well so that you can read it again. Yesterday, in the last race, I gave you a horse called Sabina's Project. This horse, I said to you, I was so confident on this horse that I wanted to make it the best bet of the day. And then, but finally, I made it the value bet. It was 6-1. And it actually drifted to 8-1. And I was looking at while the horses were circling at the start to see if maybe this horse hasn't lost a leg or something. Because I couldn't believe the odds of 8-1. If you had to look at this horse's form when he beat the maiden, and out of that maiden, I think that maiden plate was 6 or 7 winners. One of the horses in that maiden plate that was behind him won two races in a row. That's strong form. That is what we as handicappers look at. Okay. So then the horse duly won. He came from second class. He had to switch twice. He came up one going away at 8-1. And that was that. And I was glad and happy and I bragged about it. And then a little bit later, I got this message from somebody. I'm not going to mention names. I will never do that. Hi, Outsider Genie. I just want to thank you out of the bottom of my heart for the tip in the last race at Kenilworth. I was retrenched recently and just run out of money. Yesterday, after listening, I put my very last 20 rand on the horse. I got 140 to 20. You don't know what this means. I was able to buy some food for my family, and I was saving 20 rand to try my luck again tomorrow at Turffontein. Guys, and then I felt so sorry for this person, and I can tell you now, there are persons, even on these groups and listening to this video, who are in a similar situation. Punting horses just to try and get money. And I know that feeling of desperateness because I've done it myself. I've been there, done that, where you put your last money on a horse and that horse loses the despair you felt, you just get drained, and physically, I mean, your mind, you don't know what to do, where you're gonna go, the helplessness. I know all about it. You can tell me nothing about that. I've been there, done that. Now, as you know by now, you should have realized that I'm also an entrepreneur at heart. Now, recently, I joined an opportunity, and I was introduced by this opportunity by a racing friend of mine. I won't mention his name. He will know when he'll hear this message who I'm talking about. And you cannot understand how grateful I am for this person to introduce me to this program. When I looked at it, the thing in the beginning, I was a little bit skeptical, but I still joined. And then when I understood what was about, I went in full time. And I have not been sorry for a minute. I started middle May, and the results is past my highest expectations. You need to start with $100 once off, which I already got back, and I'm now moving into the second phase of this program. Now, in the first phase, I received $800. So I got my $100 back immediately. I also scraped it together to get that money I borrowed and steal to 1,400 Rand. So now in the second phase, I will earn a further 3,200 Rand. Now, for you people who don't know the sum, the $3,200, not Rand, that is 44,800 on the conversion rate of 14 to 1 that I will earn in phase 2. There are 4 phases. Now, the reason why I'm telling you this is after I read the above message, I decided to sponsor that person into this program. I'm paying the $100 for him because I want to change his life for good. And hopefully soon, he and his family will be able to get back on their feet. The reason I mention this is not to show you that I'm a good person, but I know that on our groups and between persons listening to this daily video, there are persons who are struggling financially and are trying horse racing to earn a few rand just to survive, as I mentioned before. Guy, and a lot of you people might say $100. Oh my goodness, that's a lot of money. There's some of you who spends far more than 1,400 Rand on the horses every day. You know it, and I know it. But just think for a minute what $100 can do. I'm going to show you now the figures that people are currently earning in this business. Now, if you earn that kind of money, imagine if you start spreading that wealth and just don't put it all in your pocket, and you also start helping people, sponsoring, because that's what I'm going to do, because I really want to help people. I'm not going to keep all the money for myself. I'm going to keep on sponsoring people in this program. It's just I can't do it right now, but that is my ultimate goal, to sponsor people who's lost everything into this program. This program works. It comes from the USA. 12 years ago, it started in the USA already. And it's legal there. I can prove it to you. I'll send you the documents if you want to know more about this business. I'll send you the proof that it's legal. And then it was only recently launched in South Africa in January this year, 2021. Now, I would want to invite you to join this opportunity and change your life financially. Unfortunately, I can't sponsor every $100. I'm not there yet, but that's what I just said. That's my plan in the future. Now, one of the persons who entered this program on 24th January 2021, on the 3rd of June, he completed the 4th and last phase of this program. It took him 5 months. January, February, March, April, May, June, 5 months, just under 5 months to complete the last phase. And I'm going to reveal the amount to you now. And I want to say to you up front, I've got proof of the income. This is not just a salesman telling you, this is how much you're going to earn and all of that. If you're a little bit patient and you join the business and I will help you as a team leader, this is what you can look forward to in the next 3 to 4 months to earn. He earned an income of 300,000 and proof of income is available. We can show you that. And the good news is he's not the only person. There are already in South Africa 4 or 5 people who did this. So this is not a pipe dream or anything. This is reality. Imagine if you can earn in the next 4 months, you can earn 300,000 rand. What you can do with that? How many people can you help with that? You can change your circumstances. And as I say, this program is legal. And it's not anything that you haven't seen. This is not crypto. It's not Forex. It's not Viewpoint. It's not Crowd One. It's not some other scam. And I can tell you now what we call this. It's called a gifting economy, where people gift to each other. And that's what I want to do. And if you want to do good and you want to gift and you want to be a good person, then you would want to join this program, because I've spoken to people that have gifted other people. And they say that feeling to give somebody is exhilarating. It really makes you feel good. And then when you receive gifts in turn, that is also good, because there's people is going to gift you again. You gift and you get gifted. That's what it's about in life. And this is what this program is about. It's about gifting, about helping each other to get back on our feet. And I'm so confident about this program that I'm putting this on paper. I will guarantee you $100 if you're not successful. I will refund you $100. But I can tell you that the chance that will happen is not good. Because as a team leader, I will help you and assist you and all of that. Oh, yes, and another thing I just forgot to mention in this. You don't have to recruit the world. We do ask if you can introduce this program to 2 people. But we also got the recruiting system in place where we recruit people which you can be part of if you want to, or if you don't want to, you don't have to. I've got people who's moving up in this program. There's one lady is in the process of being gifted $800, and she hasn't signed up one person yet. So if you're ready to change your life for the better, contact me. This is the one opportunity you can't miss. And if you do it for yourself, do it for your family, your friends, people you also know that struggles, that needs money. Change your life, but you are the only person that can make that decision. But make it today. Get started if you want to. So if you want more information, I can send you a comprehensive presentation. It's going to take an hour of your time to look, but I promise you, in that presentation, after you watch that presentation, you would want to join this program. So WhatsApp me on my number, 083-585-5133, and I'll send you the presentation. what you got to have a look only cost you an hour of your time and data. So I thank you for allowing this to share with you today, because I really want to make a difference in people's life. And I know also that there in this racing community, there are people who do care, who wants to help other people. For me, this is not also all about the money I can make. Yes, I am going to make money. We're all going to make money. The whole team is going to make money, because this thing is a team thing. But for me, it's when I make that money, what I can do with it, how I can help other people. People who are hungry, people who's got no roof, people staying with family and friends, and it causes friction. And I'm sure some of you can relate to what I'm talking to you now. So guys, as a racing community, I need you to embrace this with me, and let's work together. Let's go full out for this thing, and let us change the world. So I thank you again for listening to this message out of my heart today. Really, if you can join me and get it in your heart to say, listen, I want to be part of this gifting community, I really, really will really be happy. And I will do everything in my power to help you to become successful, to help your family. Once you've done that, you can start helping other people. So now, thank you for listening to my waffle, but I think I had to do this, and now we can go on to the racing for today. As I said, we're racing from Turffontein. Now, as per usual, the first two races is juvenile races. So let us quickly have a look at the betting for the first two races. It's 1,600 meters maiden plate. And also, always, I'm very, when they start this younger horses going over the 1,600 meters, I am always careful, because some of them can improve tremendously, because they're coming from sprints to maybe a distance that would suit them better. But here we have number 3 at 11-2, Fashion Nigma, Splash of Green 17-10, 5-1, Prairie Falcon, Single Sing 10-1, Zazu 16-1, Aswak 18-1, Cinderella Story 22-1, Scratch number 5. And then race 2, number 12, Starry Winter Night 17-20, King Arthur 9-2, 7-1, My Master, a Blue Sure 10-1, Arkan 10-1, Integrate 14-1, 20-1, Capable, Flinders Race 20-1, 22-1, and Better the Rest. Then we move on to race number 3, which is the first leg of the Pick 6. Here we have number 1, Understated, Whole of the Moon 13-10, Whole of the Moon 16-10, 1 Block 33-10, Royal Mazarin 7-2, 35-1, Visionaire, and 40-1, Temple of Reason. Now let's have a look at race number 3, a maiden plate over 2,600 meters. I don't think any one of these horses, I think I see Understated has won this distance, one, ran second to Marsican. Marsican came out and won again, and I think here number 1, Understated, will be hard to beat in this race. But this being a long distance race, I won't banker him. Because there are other horses with chances. Here, number 2, Royal Mazarin, ran second to Marsican in that race, but was about 2 lengths in arrears. But then again, ran second to White Fang, and White Fang came out and won again. So that form is also worked out. Ran second to Uplifted last time out. So I think Royal Mazarin can be a candidate that underrated need to take notice of. And then number 3, 1 Block, is also a horse that I think can improve over the longer distances. Act of War by Strawberry Line. That is a very strong female line by Western Winter, Muzi Yeni for Paul Matchett. What a combination they're forming recently. Not recently, but they are potent combination. So number 1 Block also in with a chance, and then number 4, and then number 5, Whole of the Moon. Last time I told you, I think this horse is going to improve. It was one of my value bets, if I'm not mistaken, Whole of the Moon, and he certainly did, running second to Wedding Bliss. So also, I think, a contender. I've been following Visionaire, but this horse disappoints me. But I know for a fact one of these days she's going to come up on us. Hopefully not today. Then we move on to race number 4, which is a 1450 Telkom Track maiden plate over 1450. And here the betting is as follows. Number 1, IML 8 to 10, right choice 4 to 1, 5 to 1, signals, Chief Refieve 13 to 2, Regent's Park 10 to 1, Fast Draw 14 to 1, Admiral Duty 22 to 1, and 45 to 1, and better the rest. So here we have another short price favorite, number 1, IML. Yeah, the horse has got very good form, humble tune, has run some decent races. Warren Kennedy from draw 4, and by all accounts, this horse should be in the winner's box after this race. But there are other horses with chance. Let's just look at my outsider selection, number 3 and number 4. Fast Draw. This horse has been battling 50 races. Already he's got 142,000 Rand. But they've tried this horse. I don't think there's a distance they haven't tried this horse. And then last time out, over a 1400 meter, he ran a much improved race at 50 to 1, finishing second. And this horse is going to come up on us one of these days. Number 4, Regent Park, did also run an improved race last time, unless under the link on a catch, the green light kept on. And also number 5, Right Choice, has been placed for a few times. Last time running a little bit under expectations behind South Boy. But I think that the 1450 might suit a little bit better. He did ran second behind Mike Penny on that, and Muzi Yeni riding for Michael de Kock again. I see he has taken a few rides with Michael. And here we have number 7, Chief Rafif, who's also placed over the shorter distance. Last time trying the 1600 meters, but didn't fare too well, bringing it back in a distance, and certainly a horse that can surprise in this field today. But maybe I think we will stick with number 1, also nicely bred, and yeah, I would think definitely in with a chance. Has had a stable change since his last race. So they also had this other horse from the same connections, the contractor, and they also had a stable change, and he won first time out. So it looks like they are looking to repeat this the situation. So then we move on to the next race, which is the 5th race. And this is a Merida under 4 handicap over 1200 meters. And here we have another short price favorite, Royal Bluff 8 to 10, Orvar 11 to 2, 8 to 1, Crown Guardian, Epic Dream 10 to 1, Captain Hindsight 10 to 1, 008 12 to 1, 16 to 1, Dancing Queen down to 0, 16 to 1, and Cockney's Pride 53 to 1. Well, I can tell you, I won't be rushing to the bookmakers to take the 7 to 10. We are running here in the A Division 96. Now, if you look at number 7, Royal Wolf, certainly he didn't do anything wrong. I mean, he won his 3 races, but certainly not in the class of the horses he's running here against. I don't say the horse can win, but he's running against a few hard knockers. And my selection for this race in race 5 is number 5, which is 008. This mare doesn't know how to give up, has already won 7 races and ran a very nice race behind Bold Ransom. Now you'll find that there are quite a few horses in this race that ran behind Bold Ransom, but on a turnaround on weights, this horse has got them killed based on that. And here he's ran a second to Battle Force, and that was over 1160, and I think over today's distance shouldn't be a problem, although a little bit wide at 8, but getting the -1.5. And I think a repeat of that run behind Battle Force will certainly, be good enough to put him in a number 1 box. So definitely, that's why I say, that horse, Royal Wolf, won't have it all his own way. And then for outsider selections, I'm going for number 1, which is Dancing Queen, who a while ago, 533 days ago, had won quite a few races and has some run decent races before. And in higher divisions, looking here, 113, 106. And the amazing thing is, even though she doesn't run good races, her medal rating stays around 107, and that's a good thing. I mean, here she ran second to Battle Force, getting in 5 kilograms. And I'm thinking this horse might be in, definitely uh, uh, um, a contender. Also ran here behind 008, but on the weight turns around can't beat 008. But that was a while ago in February. And last time out at Scottsville is a very difficult course, especially if you run there for the first time. But she was there, and then just faded a little bit over the last, and then she short right hand. So definitely number 1, Dancing Queen, a horse you cannot ignore. Definitely has got huge ability. And then horse number 6 is Epic Dream. Now, a while ago, Epic Dream ran here and beat Ispahan over the 1,000 meters to fall. And he came from behind and he just went past like the other horses were standing still. Since then, has run a few reasonable races against top company. And on that race behind Bolt Ransom, cannot finish in front of 008, but can also be involved in the finish, I would think. And then we have a look at number 6. Sorry, we did. And then obviously Royal Wolf. I mean, another horse that you might want to perhaps put into your bigger pick sixes is Crown Garden. Gee, this horse, you won 5 races out of 7, and that is good form. Muzieni on 52 can certainly be, upset the apple cart here. Can we move to race number 6? It's a betting world handicap measured at 80 over 2,000 meters, class C. So here the betting is as follows. Another horse that is short, number 4, Reunion. Even Money, Great Warrior, 11-2. Techno Savvy, 15-2. Wallace Price, 10-1. 12-1. Star Flash, Master and Man, 14-1. Skinner Mac, 18-1. FS Quadrant, 22-1. And longer the rest. Yeah, certainly. I would think that this horse, he deserves to be favorite. Has been running well. He won his maiden by 10 lengths. I won't forget that date. And that was on the inside course. Now today, Gavin Arena on board again. And since then has been up and down a little bit, 4 lengths, 5 lengths, but certainly improved last time out, running on well with 23.3, fastest 400 to finish. And from a draw 11 over the 1,600 meters. So certainly I think this son of Ilabella certainly would be hard to beat in this race, but I will definitely not be the one bankering it because I do feel that there are horses that has got chances. So here we have number 7, which is Techno Savvy. It's a Magog. It's nicely bred, comes from KwaZulu-Natal, and was behind this horse, but also Trendmaster, never traveling. But I think this horse deserves another chance. Before that ran, he won here over this course and distance by 6 lengths. Now, you don't win a race by 6 lengths after being bumped at the start or at 1,800 meters. So definitely, I think number 7, Techno Savvy, can be number 1's biggest opposition, number 4, Reunion. And then also number 1, Skin Mac. Skin Mac hasn't won for a while now, 381 days. But I remember last year in this race behind Var and Away, that day he was my value bet. I remember that distinctly. Now, and that's been up and down, 11 lengths, 1 length, 11 lengths, but certainly a type of horse that can surprise in this field. Nicely bred. Lawn Cottage has thrown a few winners in her time, and it's getting the -2.5, so can certainly be a contender. Number 2, Ivory's Prince also won his second 3 races ago, beating Sound of Summer. If I'm not mistaken, Sound of Summer has won again. And is also there in the thereabouts. And I think even the 2,000 meters would suit Muzieni on board. Then we move on to the next race, which is race number 7, at 2,000 meters, divided handicap of fillies and mares, class E 64. And here we have another, for me, an open race. I don't think the betting is 5-2. Senescene 5-2. You Deserve It 5-2. 33-10 last year. Archer's Girl 15-2. Raise the Rebel 16-1. Pucker Up 16-1. Funny Sawdust 18-1. Gypsy Magic 28-1. And Longer the Race, scratch number 7. Now, guys, let us have a look here in race number 7. My first selection is number 9, Arabia the Rebel. You might be falling off your chair, but Muzieni has won 3 times with this horse and run seconds and thirds with him. And I want to take you back to a few years ago. One night at Turffontein. I'll remember this race. Let me just get it. Raja the Rebel was running in a fillies and mares 66 handicap. Colin Story on board. And the horse was 100-1. I wonder how many of you can remember this race. And he took Raja the Rebel over the 2,000 meters, start to finish. Now, if you have a look here, you'll see how this form worked out. You know, there you got Pretty Border, who's won a few races. Emily Harpel's won a few races. But Emily Harpel's actually made a reappearance the other day, I saw. Matima. And then, yeah, just for interesting, there's a lot of horses that was there last race. I don't know what happened to them. Pokemon Shuffle, Peg on My Heart, and Words. Never saw a race course again after that. And here's some of them who retired. Full Frolic and Kiss Me in My Dreams. And I remember that they Kiss Me in My Dreams, just the previous race, the previous race she won. And I actually gave her as my, also as a best bet, I think it's 6 or 7-1. So I just thought I'll share that for you, some memories out of the past. And then since then, Rabia the Rebel clocked up 6 wins. After that, winning at 100-1, I thought that horse will never win again. And lo and behold, she won another 4 races. And I know for a fact of that, another 4 races that she won, Muzieni parted her 3 times, taking her to the front every time. Now, if you have a look here, you'll see your horses like Franklin, Liverpool Legend. But look here, 3 lengths behind Pamashuna's Pride. Feldflower, multi-time winner. Mazzari, also a horse that you can't underestimate. And then last time was beaten by last year, but there is a weight turnaround on that now. So I think nice each way outside of Arabia the Rebel. Then we're going to have a look at number 1, which is Michael de Coxwell's Archer's Girl. I'm pretty sure that this 2,000 meters is going to suit this horse. I don't know what went last time. I just hope there's just a bad run and you can ignore it, because I'm breathing. I really like this filly, and I do wish that she would, you know, improve and run a few decent races. And then here we got number 5, Ice Tea. This combination of Stinger and the owners, and one last week where we horse, I can't remember the name now, but Ice Tea also won her maiden over this course and distance, going away behind Rosili. Last time out, pace no more, but I think she might like the inside course, so do throw in case that could be the upset. And then we'll also look at number 8, which is You Deserve It. Now, he ran second to last year. Now, based on that, on weight turnaround on the handicap, You Deserve It must finish in front of last year. And then there's Rabbit the Rebel that we've spoke about. And we move on to the last race, which is the 8th race over 2,000 meters, a divided handicap. Fillies and mares 84 over 2,000 meters. And here the betting is Lyrical Dance 33-10, Jive Express 7-2, Traveling Wilbury 4-1, Irish Willow 9-2, Sudden Song 5-1, was 9-2 earlier, 10-1 Making a Scene, Franklin 14-1. I just spoke about Franklin, 16-1 Queen Bomi, and 22 to 1 and longer the race, scratch number 5. Now, here in this race 8, my first selection is the number 10 horse, Southern Song. First of all, this horse is bred for this 2,000 meter, the Dynasty by a season mare. He's going to love the 2,000 meters. Also, GENIE on board. He won his maiden by 9 lengths, and some of the horses behind that has won again. And I'm just thinking, also running against Trent Master in an 81. Now he runs in an 80, so similar class. And I think number 10, Southern Song, this filly, a huge runner in this race today. Definitely a huge contender. Then for outsider selections, we're looking at number 9, Irish Willow. He won his maiden over 69 meters by 5 lengths, beating Techno Savvy. Last time didn't run too well over the 69 meters, but again, I would think that the 2,000 meters will sort this horse Lingari by Al Mufti mare that will definitely be more effective over the 2,000 meters. And then also when I look at number 8, which is Make a Scene. Make a Scene also, I think, will be more effective over the 2,000. Last time was about 5 lengths behind. Calvin Beep, certainly a competent jockey, so Making a Scene must have a chance. And then we look at race 3. Having will be. I also like the look of this horse. Was second to Irish Wonder Girl last time, and Nab late, but his front row 11 might be a little bit of a disadvantage. And then there are other horses that you can include. Number 4, Stately Home. I think that last night run, I think you need to know that it says here in season. She's certainly better than that. And then also I want to mention number 2, Lyrical Dance. Also finished well last time out, and Luke Ferraris on board again, and can certainly be a contender in this race. This horse ran second, Drive Express, so it must also be factored in. In my pick 6, I just went the field for a last leg. Although I fancy number 10, there's a lot of contenders in this race. Number 11, Queen Burmy, also last time out, Too Bad to Believe, is carrying a low weight again and must be given another chance. So all in all, that brings us to the end of this preview. And again, I just want to say thank you for listening to my message from the heart, and I hope you will join us in that venture. So as I always say, break a leg.